Hello everyone, my name is Chama Fabay from BS Ed Gen Sci Block 2. So let's now talk about what is the practical guide in using the revised taxonomy. So we have already know that Bloom's taxonomy, it is the classification of thinking organized by levels of complexity. So taxonomy means to naming, describing, and classifying. So when we talk about naman revised taxonomy, it is the measurement tool for thinking. Okay, so when you are ready to make your plan, units, activities, or lessons, Bloom's taxonomy is very useful in helping us to make our learning objectives. So these are the collection of the sample action words and the possible activities or work that you could use in making your plan or learning objectives. So first, in cognitive dimension level is to remember. So this is to recalling information. Remember, there are sample action words that you could use. Recall, name, list, state, tell, reproduce, describe, locate, write, find, underline, and define. So there are some activities, citations, worksheets, definition, fact charts, and list. So just like for example, list those characters in the Bible so that the student will remember those characters. So in that way, you could create or you could make your plan better. So next is understand. Understand are sample action words: explain, translate, interpret, discuss, describe, define, report, and predict. So there are activities: store problems, drawing, show and tell summary, paraphrasing. So understanding, this is when if you're explaining information and concept, if the student understand what you have what you have tackled. So next is apply. Sample action words: use, solve, implement, construct, practice, execute, demonstrate, dramatize. There are suggested activities or the possible activities that you could use: presentation, role playing, simulations, collection, model, scrapbook, and product. So application, this is when you're using information a new way. Now let's proceed to analyze. Analyze, there are sample action words: compare, distinguish. So when we say analyze, this is when distinguishing different parts of a whole. So this is for a student to analyze how they analyze the question, the questionnaire, the given summary, how they would analyze the survey, the spreadsheets. That's all. Next is to evaluate. So there are some sample action words that you have seen. So there are some activities also: is to opinion, or judgment, recommendation, report, self-evaluation. Just like this, what I'm doing right now, evaluation. So make an activity so that the student, you could evaluate how they understand the topic or the lesson. So you make activities for them to evaluate them. So next is to create. This is when you creating something new. So there are some action words: to change, design, invent, devise, generate, compose, combine. So there are sample activities: framework, model story, multimedia, presentation. So this is when applying and create combined, no? If the student apply it, so they could create it also. Create those things or those activities that you could use. So in learning objectives, so as you can see, there are some sample action words that you could use making your learning objectives. So the next is, what is the uses of the revised taxonomy? So Let's now proceed. The uses of revised taxonomy. First, it provides educators with a common set of terms and levels about learning outcomes that help in planning across subject matter and grade levels. Next is it helps in the drafting of learning standards across levels. Next is it serves as a guide evaluating the school's curriculum objectives, activities, and assessment. Next is it guides the teacher in formulating learning outcomes that the top higher orders thinking skills. So the uses of revised taxonomy, there are four. It explains that when you making your learning objectives, the student or the teachers, this is their guide to make their learning objectives making better. So the planning across matters grade levels, it helps in the drafting of learning standards across levels. So it serves as a guide for evaluating the school's curriculum objectives, activities, and assessments. So that's all. Thank you.